Hey, how's it going, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got a ton to cover in today's video. We've got 3 free-to-play weekends running concurrently right now that I want to let you guys know about early on, so you guys have ample time to check out each of those games. Some pretty good titles as well. Free game over on the Epic Game Store for those of you that are interested in that. And we've got a couple of sales running right now. Lorien Studios publisher sale on Steam, Mountain Blade franchise sale on Steam, and then an anime sale running on Humble right now. So just a ton of stuff going on in terms of value offerings on the PC gaming world. So without further ado, let's quickly take a look at all the free-to-play weekends. I do want to go over this rather quickly since there's a lot. First up, we have Deep Rock Galactic, which is a game that's been received incredibly well as it has been in early access, I should say. Along with the free weekend, you can get the game 50% off for $14.99, and Deep Rock Galactic is a 1 to 4 player co-op FPS featuring badass space dwarves, 100% destructible environments, procedurally generated caves, and endless hordes of alien monsters. This isn't a game that I have spent too much time with, but I know some of my close friends have spent a lot of time with this, and they've had a really good time with it. Overwhelmingly positive reception from Steam, so the Steam users have also had a really good time with it, and you're talking north of 22,000 user reviews, 95% positive, 1,416 reviews over the last 30 days, and 95% positive on that as well. So very good to get that, and obviously with this game being featured in co-op play, this is a game that you definitely want to tell your buddies about. Download it together, enjoy the game together, and then try it out for yourself. There's also the Deep Rock Galactic Motherload Edition that has some additional content. Wish there was like a 4-pack bundle, because a game like this would go really hand in hand with like a 4-pack bundle. Even if it was like $49.99, that would be a really good offering, but nonetheless, still as a free-to-play weekend, definitely something to check out here. Alright, moving on from that, Ark Survival Evolved is enjoying a free weekend. I know not everyone's favorite game, but it is also 80% off for $9.99, so that is a steep discount. Recent reviews of Ark Survival Evolved have actually been rather positive. 8,784 recent reviews, 87% positive, and obviously as one of the most popular games on Steam, I don't think it's hyperbolic in saying that. North of 224,000 reviews, mostly positive on that, 75%. Stranded on the shores of a mysterious island, you must learn to survive, use your cunning to kill or tame the primeval creatures roaming the land, and encounter other players to survive, dominate, and escape. Survival games really aren't up my alley these days anymore. Ark Survival Evolved is a game that I played way back in the day when it was still kind of in its infancy. At this point, one of the more popular games on Steam. Actually, I want to see how many people are playing it right now. North of 67,000, close to 68,000. So even all these years later, still becoming one of the more predominantly popular games on Steam. And if you want to jump into it and play it even more, you can play it for free over this weekend and enjoy the game at an 80% off discount. There's also the Explorers Edition, which includes some additional content. You can get that 68% off for $30.86. Lastly, I do want to note this isn't on Steam, however, directly available on Ubisoft's website. You can download The Division 2 and enjoy that game for free over the weekend, and also get the standard edition of the game 95% off for just $3. So you can download it through Uplay, or you can download it through the Epic Game Store if you would rather get it on consoles. It's also available on PlayStation 4 and Xbox over the weekend. Now, this is something you have to ascertain when you're picking up the Division 2. A lot of people are getting a little bit confused with how this is going on, and I explained it before, but let me reiterate. If you end up buying the standard edition, yes, that $3 price point looks very compelling, and that's a really good price for the Division 2, a game that I rather enjoyed. However, be aware of the fact that Ubisoft is putting out Tom Clancy's The Division 2 Warlords of New York expansion on March 3rd. What's happening on March 3rd is the standard edition of the game is going to come coupled with Warlords of New York for whatever price they decide to put it out on. So essentially, when you're buying this game right now, you are just getting the base game. They're selling you that copy for $3. The idea here is obviously you enjoy the base game enough where you spend your $3 on it, you enjoy it, and then you ultimately buy Warlords of New York, which for you would be a separate $30 purchase. This is probably going to be your final opportunity for the foreseeable future to get the game for $3, and then I doubt that they're going to put the game back at that price point because they've artificially increased the value of the game by coupling in Warlords of New York. I just want you guys to be abundantly aware of that fact before you overstate the value of this deal. It's a great deal and I would highly recommend it, but that is something to definitely consider. Otherwise, from today until March 2nd, you can enjoy the game free for the weekend. Another game, much like Deep Rock Galactic, much like Ark Survival Evolved. Definitely get your boys on it, get your friends on it, jump in together, and you can have a great time with the game together. I thought The Division 2 was rather good, and I know Ubisoft isn't everybody's favorite developer or publisher these days, but I think they've done some pretty good stuff this generation, and I think The Division Division 2, honestly, while not perfect, it has been a rather good experience, and while I was playing it earlier in 2019, I did enjoy my time with it, so if it's available for free, I would give it a shout. Alright, so those are the 3 free weekends available right now. Definitely give those a holler. Also, over on the Epic Game Store, you've got Inner Space available for free right now. Inner Space is a very, very artistic title that was released on Steam all the way back in January of 2018, and this is probably one of the lower-key game offerings on the Epic Game Store. Inner Space is a game about exploration and about player-driven moments, both small and grandiose. Take your time, soar through the skies, and dive through the oceans, and the secrets of the universe will reveal themselves. Game typically goes for $19.99. Obviously, it's been on sale cheaper. I believe it's been a part of Humble Bundles as well, but now available as a freebie on the Epic Game Store. Definitely something to check out. As far as what's going to be free next, on March 5th, Goner is going to be free, and then March 5th as well, Off-World Trading Company. So those are some pretty good free offerings, so definitely keep your eyes out on EGS if you're adding all of the free games to your library. Inner Space is another one to add to that pile. Alright, so that is all the free stuff available right now. I also want to highlight some great deals that are available right now. Steam is running the Larian Studios Publisher Sale, and they've got a lot of good stuff on sale as a part of this. Obviously, the Divinity games are what is the highlight. Divine Divinity, Beyond Divinity, Divinity Dragon Commander, Divinity 2 Developer's Cut. However, Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2 definitely take the cake. Now, I enjoyed playing Divinity Original Sin 2. I don't think I was in agreement with the majority of people saying that this was like the next tier of video games, one of the best video games of all time. Honestly, if I assess it objectively, Divinity Original Sin 2 is probably one of the best RPGs of all time. I guess there was a certain element of the game that it didn't really invest me to the level that literally everyone I talked to, I don't know anyone that I've talked to that didn't like Divinity Original Sin 2 or thought of the game at the same level that I did. And I thought of the game very, very highly. It's just everybody else I talked to, they were literally saying one of the greatest games of all time, one of the top 5 RPGs of all time. Again and again, I would just hear those statements over and over again. And if I remove my personal opinion about the game, which again is a very high opinion, and assess the game objectively, it is a tremendous game, and 50% off for $22.49 is a fantastic price. Alternatively, the first game is 65% off for $13.99. I played both of the titles. Original Sin 2 is definitely the standout and the better game, and Larian Studios have done a phenomenal job of updating this game, keeping it fresh, keeping it consistent, so that's been tremendous. And if you look at the Steam reception, that's been phenomenal as well. 95% positive on north of 64,000 reviews. Recent reviews, 3,100 reviews, 96% positive on that, so obviously people think quite highly of the game as well. Also, I guess to celebrate the upcoming release and announcement of Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord going into early access, there's a little Mount & Blade franchise sale going on right now. I feel like Tailworld's kind of missed the boat by not offering it as a free-to-play weekend. Whatever, leave it up to me to be the guy complaining about games not being available to play for free. Yeah, I would be that person. But nonetheless, I just think it would be easy as a promotional tool. Maybe they'll do it a little bit closer to the release. Mount & Blade Warband, 75% off, $4.99. Napoleonic War, 75% off, $2.49. Warband's DLC collection, 79% off, $9.54. Viking Conquest is $3.74. You've got Mount & Blade 1, 80% off for $1.99. Fire and Sword, $1.99 as well, and you can get the Legacy collection for $12.15. All of that ahead of the release of Bannerlord on March 31st, and obviously, I more so than maybe the majority of people am very, very excited for that game. I think a lot of people have lost a little bit of their luster for that game given how long it's freaking taken, but I've waited this many years. I can wait another month and I can finally enjoy Bannerlord, at least in early access, and hopefully the early access period isn't too long and ultimately it transitions into a full release rather quickly thereafter. Lastly, I do want to note that over on Humble right now, you can enjoy the anime sale. A lot of great deals as a part of that. Catherine Classic, 50% off for $9.99. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, 50% off for $14.99. Ace Attorney Trilogy is awesome. Obviously, it was a trilogy of Nintendo DS games. Actually, I believe there were Game Boy Advance games originally on in Japan, and then they transitioned to DS games over here in the States. They're great games, visual novel style games. If you're into titles like Danganronpa, that's going to be something you'll really enjoy. Valkyria Chronicles 4, 50% off for $24.99. That's excellent. VC4 is awesome, and that, I believe, includes the DLC as well with the complete edition. Tales of Berseria, 75% off for $12.49. Great buy on that. .hack GU last recode 75% off for $12.49, a game franchise that I consistently go to bat for. Hopefully at some point CyberConnect 2, Bandai Namco, or whoever come together and do another .hack game, because I think there's a lot of potential for that franchise going forward. God Eater 3 50% off for $29.99. Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana, which has just gotten a significant update, making the game a lot better on PC. 40% off for $35.99. Obviously, on top of these deals, if you do have a Humble monthly subscription or Humble Choice, you will get a steeper discount on top of that, so that's always a nice benefit if you do have that as well. And that's going to conclude this video, guys. Again, a lot of stuff to dig into if you are looking at value. Bunch of free weekends on Steam. You've got The Division 2 free this weekend. Epic Game Store has got Inner Space for free. Lorien Studios got a sale. Mountain Blade sale. Anime sale. Just a lot of stuff going on right now from a value standpoint on PC. That's going to conclude this video. If you guys have requests for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.